Suddenly, the movement of gracefully spiraled horns above a tract of tall grass gives away the presence of a large bull kudu. Bear promptly begins a slow approach. Sexes are readily distinguishable by their large ears, white facial markings, and the vertical white stripes on the flanks. The hunter has slowly made his way toward a tremendous bull near the edge of the opening. He finally closes to within 50 yards, finds an open path for his arrow, and sends it on his way. The bull moves quickly in reaction to the archer's movement, but not in time to elude the swift arrow. He travels only 100 yards before going down within sight of the hunter.
50-yard
It
shot.
had been beyond Bear's fondest hopes before going down within sight of the hunter. It had been beyond Bear's fondest hopes to bag one of these elusive creatures with bow and arrow, the handsomely striped hide glistening in the sun. Another day, nyala are seen, and a long stalk is made through the verdantly beautiful semi-open bush country. Many of these animals are not so difficult to approach closely as game might be in more heavily hunted areas. Finally, closing to within 40 yards of a nice bull, he gets set for a shot. The arrow is away, just missing a tree and hitting the bull solidly. Within 150 yards, the nyala is down to stay.
40-yard shot. I'll be damned.
The sky. Soon all are admiring the sleek
50-yard shot.
coat of the nyala with its white markings.
Kudu.
The horns are twisted and blackish with lighter colored tips. They are sometimes called harnessed antelope because of the appearance of a white
40-yard
stripe.
shot.
This antelope wears a prominent dark
And
mane
that
on the
antelope.
back, on the underside, and the thighs.
A 50-yard shot and a 40-yard shot so far.
The next time out, they haven't traveled far from camp before two fine waterbuck are seen among the trees, and the bowman decides to attempt a stalk. Waterbuck are found in most of the grassy plains region of Africa's high ground. These animals see the hunters approaching, but are obviously more curious than alarmed. This is probably their first contact with man, and they're not quite sure as to his intentions. Bear finally works up to within 40 yards of a large buck, and taking careful aim, sends a swift arrow to its mark. Switching to a slow motion sequence, we can more clearly see the arrow in its flight, as tardily the waterbuck turns to flee.
40 yards. Another.
Switching to a slow motion sequence,
40
we can more
yards?
clearly see the arrow in its
I thought they said
flight,
trad
as
was
tardily the waterbuck turns to flee.
40 yards. Everybody says trad is 10 to 20 yards max.
Led by the tracker, move in
What the
to
hell is
find
that?
the
What the
trophy
hell is
cow
that right
less
there?
than
What the hell is
200
that?
yards away.
40 yards.
The waterbuck is almost as large as a bull elk and will weigh about
It's
400
about the
pounds.
size of an elk. 40-yard shot.
Is shaggy and thick,
Made it
especially
200
around the neck
yards.
and throat.
What the hell? Everybody says trad is 20 yards max. What's going on with that?
Slightly forward at the tips are 28 inches in length.
Old Fred Bear.
On the way, bow hunter surprises a large boar reluctant to leave its cool bed under a tree and gets off a telling shot from 25 yards. After a short run, the warthog goes down.
25 yards. 25 yards. Okay, we got 50 yards.
The shovel-like face with
40
its large
yards.
warty appendages and long curving
40
ivory
yards.
tusks
20
gives the
yards.
animal
25
the
yards.
reputation of being
Old Fred Bear. Old Fred Bear, fellas. 40, 50-yard shots.
Word has arrived from a distant village this evening that a large number of elephants has moved into their area. This is what Bear has been hoping to hear. And relaxing beside an old elephant skull, he proceeds to put it on his razorhead hunting points. Sharp heads are the prime elephant skull. He proceeds to put especially keen edges on his razorhead hunting points. Sharp heads are the primary rule of all bow hunting. And this is doubly important when after such large and thick-skinned game as elephant. Shady siesta area in mid-valley, the herd slows its pace, and the stalkers are able to close in on a large bull. They get get to within 40 yards, and just as the bull starts to move on, Bear releases a well-aimed arrow, which streaks across the sunlit opening and finds its mark. Eternity of suspenseful waiting, the trail is resumed. Fortunately, the large bull, mortally wounded, has separated from the herd. Suddenly, the men break excitedly into a run as the quarry is located, down and unmoving. After traveling less than 600 yards, the bull died in full stride, plunging one tusk deep in the earth as it fell forward. A single arrow from the hunter's 70-pound Kodiak bow brought this Leviathan down. Walter Johnson estimated to move on. Bear
40 yards,
arrow, which streaks
70-pound
across the
Fred Bear
sunlit
bow.
opening and finds its mark.
What? Everybody says trad is 10 to 20 yards max. What the hell? Old Fred Bear.